My hair's in a braid and I look like a dork. Hi, it's me. Still don't know how to intro my videos, so we're just gonna say whatever comes to mind first. Actually, let's not do that because the internet will probably get mad at me for no reason. So today I had no ideas what to film and I've got to post tomorrow as I'm filming this. Yeah, I thought I'd read through some Reddit posts, so we'll see how this goes. I'm getting all of these things from this subreddit here, so if you want to read them for yourself or go leave a comment on it, then you can find them on this subreddit. I don't know. You do with that info what you will. Before I fully get into this video though, subscribe because it's a nice thing to do and I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you want, you can follow my Twitter. I'll put my username up here and it's also going to be linked in the description, so you can follow me there and see the stupid things I tweet. Hope you enjoy the video. Right, so the first one I've got here is, am I the asshole for telling my nephew the truth that no one in the family likes him? This is the first one, what the hell? This involves me, 27 male, my sister Diana, 31 female, and her son Darius, 10 male. He's 10. Your nephew is 10. We're 5 seconds in and I already don't want to continue reading this. I get along with Diana fine. I won't pretend I like Darius. I think he's an entitled brat who's gotten away with crap far too many times. I don't think Diana has ever reprimanded him, and every time the little shit acts up, Diana makes excuses for him. He's already been suspended from school for stealing. He's a bully to all his cousins, and I know for a fact no one in the family likes him at all. Both my parents cannot stand him. My mother, a woman who could find the love in her heart to babysit a honey badger, refused to watch Darius at all because of his behaviour. My father will take all of the grandkids out to fish every few months except for Darius. On Monday I got a call from my sister who panicked because she got called into work. Darius was out of school and her babysitter was not available. No one else in the family will watch Darius, so I told her to drop him off and I would watch him. It was a nightmare. Darius was mad he had to spend the day off at my place. He refused to do anything I offered, made a mess in my bathroom, harassed my dog and had a tantrum because I would not let him use my work computer to play games. By lunchtime, I was frustrated beyond all belief. I made him mac and cheese and he demanded I take him to Wendy's. He refused to eat and eventually I dumped his bowl of food on my floor. At that, I just kind of lost it. I didn't yell or get aggressive at all. I just sighed and asked him if he realised that everyone in the family literally despised him. I won't lie, I got pretty brutal. He started crying and locked himself in my bathroom until he came out and sat and watched TV till my sister came in and got him. I told her what happened, and I and her got into a massive argument as well, understandable. She called me cruel and I told her that she's to blame and he would have learned eventually. My family is split on this. My dad thinks the little shit deserved it, while my siblings have mixed opinions. My mother has told me she's staying out of this, but I feel the need to apologise, do it and move on. What do you people think? Like, I can understand you being frustrated at your nephew for acting up and stuff. Like, I have nephews and nieces and when they act up, I get frustrated. But I've never gone as far as to tell them that our whole families just despise them to a 10-year-old. Even if it was true, it's just not something a 10-year-old needs to hear. They're 10 years old. Fair enough saying, yo, mate, you need to, like, stop acting up as much. But to go as far as saying everyone in his family despises him, it's harsh on a 10-year-old. It really is harsh. I get you're frustrated, but at the same time, it's not like you're speaking to someone your age here. You are still speaking to a child who doesn't exactly know right from wrong. I get he's 10 years old and he should know, like, you know, not to do the certain things he probably does. But you could have let him down a bit more gentle than saying his whole family despised him. I honestly don't know whether you're the asshole or not there. I think you are, but I don't know. I'm so confused. I think yes. I think you are. Right, the next one I've got is, am I the asshole for telling my mom she violated my privacy for going through my suitcase? I, 30, came to my hometown for a birthday party. On the night before I flew back, I went out with some friends. I came home to find my suitcase empty. Did your mum rob you? What the heck? I mildly panicked because my flight was early the next morning. I asked my mum about it and she was washing the clothes. It was late, like close to midnight, and they were still drying. And she washed my cashmere sweater, which I can only dry clean. I was noticeably irritated and kept asking where my stuff was and getting anxious about not knowing if everything was accounted for. I felt bad after I calmed down. I told my mum that while the gesture was nice, I don't want her going through my things without asking. She started crying and told me to hang out with my dad since I never get mad at him. I feel like I ruined our last night together and I should have just kept my mouth shut. But no, I don't think you're the like, you were just worried that you were gonna lose one or a couple of your belongings. You understood that your mum was trying to do a nice gesture. You just panicked that you were gonna leave some things behind, you know, and it's understandable. I would have been panicked. Yeah, I don't think, you're not in the wrong there. You were just worried. My mum just got home and she brought me snacks, so thanks mum when you see this. Right, next story is, am I the for kicking out my boyfriend's friend? I mean, it depends. What we will read and find out. Hi, so it's not my 24 female boyfriend, 28 male that thinks I'm the it's his friend James, 29 male. Okay then. Basically, his friend has been going through a rough patch. He can't afford food or heating or internet because most of his income goes on rent. So we invited him to stay at our house for a short while. We cooked for him, told him he could help himself with snacks, and he of course could use our Wi-Fi. Problems started to arise when James would make himself food and leave his dishes on the bench, or make coffee and leave the coffee stains all over. I talked to him and he said it was his ADHD and he'd pay more attention. My boyfriend also talked to him and said we're not his parents, so he needs to step up. Fair enough, he is 29, he's literally older than both of you. Later, he broke my boyfriend's favourite mug of 10 years that he bought when visiting the US. In brackets, might sound silly, but he really loved it. Because he placed the mug onto thin air instead of the bench. How? He said sorry, but then got annoyed at my boyfriend for still being sad hours later. The next day, he broke another mug for the same reason. Where was I? The next day, he broke another mug for the same reason. So he went shopping and bought a cheap mug that was to be the only one he could use. When we gave it to him and told him why, he called us both dickheads and said he doesn't even feel guilty about smashing the first mug now because we're being ridiculous. My boyfriend doesn't do confrontation, so at that point I told him that I don't give a damn that he didn't like it and it's time he went home. I also said he's full of excuses and ADHD isn't an excuse for being messy in someone else's home. So now he's telling me that I'm the since he has no money for food, then I made fun of him for an accident. Fair enough if he broke one mug by accident, but how does he do the exact same thing twice? Was it the next day as well? I don't know, bro. It's a bit weird. I know, I don't think you're in the wrong in this situation though. Right, the next one. Am I the asshole for not kicking out my boyfriend for my sister? My boyfriend and I have been living together for almost 2 months now. Okay, so not that long. We split all finances and housework evenly and haven't had any problems. Last week I got a call from my sister, 19, saying that she got into a fight with our parents and asked if she could stay with us until things cool down. Okay then. While she stays with us, I don't make her pay rent, but she chips in on groceries and helps out with the housework. Yesterday, when it was just the two of us, she asked if my boyfriend could find somewhere else to stay while she was here. A little background on my sister and boyfriend. My sister does not like to be around him because of her previous relationship with her boyfriend. Their relationship was toxic and they had a bad breakup. Now she can't stand to see others in a relationship. Luckily for her, all her friends are single, but when I got a boyfriend, she wanted nothing to do with us. When she asked to stay with us, I thought she had put her feelings aside. I told her that's not fair to him since he pays to live here. She says this is for her mental health and I need to put family first. I still refused to kick him out and told her if it upsets her so much, maybe she needs to go back home. Then she starts crying and says I'm making her miserable and locked herself in her room. On one hand, I feel guilty because I know how bad her last relationship messed her up and how things are going with our parents, so I understand how stressed she is right now, and it's not like he would be homeless, he has his parents' house. On the other hand, this is my boyfriend's home just as much as it is mine, so I don't even want to ask him to leave. I don't know if really anyone's exactly in the wrong in this situation. I think you just understandably don't want to kick your boyfriend out of your shared apartment, which is understandable. He pays rent, you pay rent, you know, it's 50-50 kind of thing. And obviously I don't know the sister personally, so I can't tell if the sister's just being over dramatic or if she is just really upset and really doesn't want to go live with her parents again. But like, I don't know, maybe the sister should just stay with someone else. Maybe she can go to like a friend's house. She can stay out for a while until things get better with the parents, but clearly it's not Luckily, the sister's best bet is not staying with her sister and her boyfriend, because it's clearly doing her no favours. It's doing the writer no favours, and it's doing the writer's boyfriend no favours. So no one is currently winning in this situation. So I think sister needs to go live with friends or make up with parents, and this couple needs to be left alone. That is my solution. Okie dokie, the next story is, am I the for thinking my wife's best friend should help pay for the fire damage on a fire she started in our home? No. She started a fire, so you just ask if she could help pay for the fire damage she caused. My 34 male, wife's 30 female, best friend 30 female is staying with us. My wife's best friend is staying with us through the weekend to help set up our gender reveal for our soon-to-be baby. Oh, congratulations. I tend to keep my distance from my wife's friend because she's the type of person who tends to have a strong opinion and knowledge about everything. She's a great person, but my reserved personality doesn't tend to mesh well with her fiery persona. Anyway, last night we were cooking dinner and we were going to fry some salmon on our stainless steel pan. Just as I'm getting everything ready, she decides to tell my wife and I about a TikTok she saw last week about how to prevent things from sticking to a stainless steel pan. Apparently, if you toss a few drops of water and they dance around for more than a few seconds, it's not hot enough. I humour her and decide to step aside since she was so keen on taking over. Fast forward 10 minutes later, with the heat as high as it can be, the water is still dancing. Heat vapour is visibly coming off the pan. I swear to you, the pan has never been hotter. I keep my mouth shut. Probably not the best idea. If you can see something's going wrong, you should probably stepped in. Finally, she decides it's probably hot enough and proceeds to pour oil into the pan. Oh my god. As I expected, almost instantly the pan is an absolute inferno. Why didn't you stop her from doing this, is my question. You knew it wasn't going to end well and you just let her do it. Flames are shooting up, engulfing our microwave and edges towards our cabinets. My wife screams and runs into our garage to get fire extinguisher. It took her about 20-30 seconds to find it, and by the time she runs back into the door, the oil has burnt itself out. My wife and friend are in shock, and I'm just sitting there trying not to lose my cool. Our microwave handle is melted, and the bottom of the microwave has clear damage and melting around it as well. It might still work, but I wouldn't even be comfortable trying. I was visibly upset and told her she'll have to pay for half the cost to replace the microwave, in brackets, I should have said the full cost. I also said that she should have just let me cook the meal as I planned instead of forcefully taking over. Did she forcefully take over? Hold on a minute. You literally just said I humour her and decide to step aside. Since she was so keen on taking over, you willingly moved away and let her take control. There was no force in that. I humour her and decide to step aside. I'm not making this, that is word for word what he said. Like, I'm not, it's there, it's on the screen, it's right there on the screen, like, there's no forcing in that. If you're willingly moving away to let her try this hack that she saw on TikTok, that's not forcing if you're willingly moving away to let her do it. She said she just wanted to teach me something and that it was a total accident she shouldn't have to pay for. I don't agree with that. When she said that, I calmed myself down since I knew I wouldn't be able to reason with her. I told her that my wife and I would chat about it and we can talk about it tomorrow. Not sure where to go from here. My wife is stuck in the middle, not sure if we should expect her to help pay for the damage or just move on and call it an accident. Am I the for assuming she should pay? I honestly don't know anymore. I don't think you are, but at the same time, you did. I'm really caught up on this thing that he said she forced him out the way, but she didn't. He willingly moved out of the way. Where is it again? I also said that she should have just let me cook the meal as I planned instead of forcefully taking over. And then literally just a couple paragraphs above it, it says I humour her and decide to step aside since she was so keen on taking over. So you've seen that she's keen on taking over and you know, stepped aside and was like, fine, you can take over. There was no forcement in that. She didn't push you out of the way and said, I'm taking over. You've just moved out of the way and let her take over. That's not forceful. But I don't think you're in the wrong by asking her just to help pay for the damage. Because, I mean, technically she did cause a fire in your house, so, you know. I don't think you're the a-hole for expecting her to help pay. I've lost every single brain cell, if I had any to begin with. Right, I need to be more energetic, Jesus. But if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more content like this, or if you've got any other video ideas for me, because Lord knows I need them. Let me know, comment down below and let me know some video ideas. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you whenever I next see you. Bye bye.